We are live. Welcome back to the Shelf Life Show. I am your host today, Matt Adelmann. I'm the VP of Sales at the Genesis Company. The Shelf Life Show, if you have never seen us before, is a weekly series that we do on YouTube, and we do it live so that if you have questions on what we're talking about, or you just want to join in and see what I'm wearing today, or Chris or Jen or anyone else on the team, we're live. You get to be here and join us. Each week we do something a little bit different. All of it has something to do with retail. It could be the first week of every month where we help brands that want to pitch to Target craft the perfect presentation. We give commentary on how retail is doing. Last week we did Q2's earnings for Target. And a new series that we're standing up is the last week of every month. We are doing our favorite finds. So as we walk through stores every single week, we are always looking for what brands and products really stand out on shelf. And it's fun for me to take pictures and post it on LinkedIn and do what I do there. But we thought, why not start trying some of this stuff and see like what's actually good, right? Like getting product on the shelf is the hard part, but it's got to turn. And once it's there, the best way for food to turn anyways is to make sure it tastes really good. So what we're doing every week or every time that we do this particular part of our show is walking through stores, and it's what stands out to us. These are not necessarily brands that we work with or represent. Sometimes they are, but it's just whatever stands out and grabbed our attention. Why did it grab our attention? And it just gives you kind of the framework of like, hey, I'm an ex-buyer at Target. What do I look for when I'm in stores? And then we try it and we give our feedback and we get to see, is this product worth the hype or not? So if you're watching us live, thank you. Welcome. It's been awesome. More and more people each week join us and participating and chiming in the comments. I am solo today. Tiana's usually with me. So if I am really bad at getting to your comment, I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out how this whole platform works, but bear with me. It should work. And we'll go from there. I'm just looking to see live viewer comments show up right here. Perfect. So I'm going to pull up a few slides today of brands that caught my eye as I was out in stores. And then I'm going to try the products. I've got it sitting right here. I will not chew into the microphone, hopefully. And I'll just give you my thoughts. Like, why me? Because I've been doing this for 20 some years, and I kind of have an idea of, at least what I think tastes good and what stands out on shelf based on, I don't know, a few $1 billion of retail sales. But, it is what it is. So here we go. I would love to get your guys' thoughts on, like, do you like this format? Is this cool? Do you enjoy the content? What else could we be doing? And most importantly, if you have a brand that you think should be featured and that we should try, shoot me a note, drop it in a comment, because we're always on the lookout for, of course, the brands that are doing really good in stores. Like, we want to show some love there, but what is the next cool, fun thing? Typically we go to Target because it's who we work with, but sometimes we'll go to Fresh Time in my market, or Sprouts, or Whole Foods, or whatever other stores are out there that tend to be good at innovation. And we're always looking for new stuff. So that is enough intro, I think. I'm going to pull up the first product. I'm going to talk a little bit about it, why it stands out on shelf. And then I'm going to try it here and see how it is. So cool. Hey, it works. All right, so what you're looking at here is the dairy set, part of the dairy set within Super Target. So it's a little bit different when you're in a P-Fresh store. But what has been super fascinating to me about this particular assortment over the last couple of years anyways, is that eggs and cheese dominate dairy. Of course they do. They're the staples. That's what everybody wants. But Target has been trying to get into more and more breakfast. And so what you see in the middle here, and cool, my mouse works, is a really beautiful assortment by Belgian Boys. Belgian Boys has been there for a couple of years. That's not what I'm talking about today, but these did stand out to me. These little new, mini pyramid shape type items. I'll probably try those on a different episode, but it's been really fun to see how Belgian Boys has sort of elevated this area so that Target can start to lean into more breakfast. And the thing that caught my eye is this thing up top. It is sous vide egg bites. I know there's supposed to be more stuff here. There's another flavor that's missing. And then this is veggies made great. I think it's some also egg bite muffins. But the sous vide egg bites up in the top left, they really caught my eye because I buy a lot of these things. I eat a ton of sous vide egg bites whenever I travel. I get maybe 4, and it's my go-to breakfast. They're so good, and I thought if these are really great, I've got a new place to buy them. So here's a close-up of it, and I have the package here as well. I can pull up in front of me. I think a couple of things that really caught my eye. Sous vide to me is the greatest way to cook foods. I love doing sous vide when I have time to do it at home. If you don't know what sous vide is, it's taking food, putting it into a package of some sort that is fully waterproofed, and then you submerge that food within a water bath that's heated to a temperature, and it cooks the food to exactly the temp of the water bath. So they do it a little bit differently. Cuisine Solution makes this product, and it's a commercial sous vide kitchen, so it's a little bit different, but the general idea is still sous vide. I think stands for under pressure, under vacuum. It's French. I should probably know it, but basically they've got a gigantic production line where they're cooking egg bites and basically a water bath of some sort. And what you get with that is a perfectly cooked consistency every single time. So if I'll go back to my picture here, same item, right? And the way that this looks in the shell or in the package inside is 2 of these. If you've ever been to one of the gigantic coffee chains in the country, you've maybe seen them make these. And it's the same thing, right? It's a package of 2 items. You pull this out and you take the film off. And then the sous vide, these are already fully cooked. So you just got to heat them up. In my case, I did the toaster or air fryer here, but you can microwave, do whatever. And so what you're getting, it's 4 egg bites, just like I showed you, $6.99. The price point's okay. I think it's $6-ish to get 2 of these at Starbucks or at other coffee shops. So you're getting basically double the amount for the same price. 16 grams of protein per serving, cage-free eggs. Like, it's a pretty clean ingredient deck. If that's something that matters to you, like, this checks a whole lot of boxes. So I thought the price point was totally fine for what it is. And so the question is, of course, right, how does it taste? And so that's part of the fun of the show that we're trying. I've got one here. You can see, I'll try to zoom in a little bit. I air fried it, so it gets, kind of this nice golden color. And I hope that it tastes just like what I'm used to when I get it on travel. So it's delicious. All right, we got a winner. So it's $6.99 for sure. Good job. You guys nailed that one. I love that. So I think really all Target needs to do is just get more of it in stock. It's been out every time I go to look, but I love that product. Kudos. I hope this assortment keeps growing because I think breakfast is a weird category. Everybody wants to go after breakfast and grow it, but sometimes consumers just they just go to the cereal aisle, right? Like it's one of those categories that's so ingrained into us from a young age as to what breakfast is. Like, I tried to launch a lot of breakfast when I was on the deli team at Target, and not a lot of success. Like, we would do breakfast sandwiches. People just don't go to buy prepared foods all that much in breakfast, and it's slowly changing though, which is cool. All right, we're going to shift here. Number 2. What is the number 2? Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to just set the stage a little bit, and I posted about this today on LinkedIn, so if you already read my post, you already know what I'm going to say. But why did this stop me in my track? What did I really love about what I'm looking at here? So this is right behind what I just showed you with the egg bites. This is the yogurt, or at least part of the yogurt assortment at Target. 2 things really stood out to me. Number 1 is that these orange colored items, being that it's almost September, instantly caught my eye because I love pumpkin, and I love pumpkin flavored items, especially with dessert. And so that was like number 1. Wow, that's super cool. I think it is awesome when brands do something completely unexpected, but still fits absolutely with the season or whatever it is that they're trying to do. So just throwing colors out for color's sake doesn't necessarily work. But when a color is so tied into a seasonal event like orange and pumpkins, this was the instant cue for my brain to go, I got to check this out, and I got to see what's going on here. And when I looked closer at the assortment, there was the single cup and then the flips. So I wanted to try the flips today. And while I was looking at the flips for the Chobani, the Noosa new mix-in product caught my eye. So I actually grabbed both today, and I wanted to give them both a shot. So the Chobani flips are $5.19 for a 4-pack. I think that seems right. The Noosa is a little more expensive at $2.59 individually, but the Chobanis are 4.5 ounces, and what is Noosa? Almost 6 ounces. So you get quite a bit more with Noosa. Flavors are very different, obviously, but the Chobani item. So here's what it looks like. It's the traditional flips, right? They've got toppings up here, the yogurt's in the bottom. Very, very seasonally branded. So we've got pumpkin harvest crisp. You've got pumpkin spiced yogurt with oatmeal pastry pieces, creamy icing chunks, and cinnamon frosted cookies. All right, here's the pack. It's super seasonal, right? I mean, if you are into pumpkin, are you going to check this out? Look at the pumpkin pie on there. Maybe it should be, I don't know why they didn't call it pumpkin pie. Why do you show pumpkin pie and call it pumpkin harvest crisp? With creamy icing. I mean, it is throwing me for a little bit of a loop that it's telling me it's got icing chunks and cinnamon frosted cookies when I wanted more pumpkin pie-ish, but whatever. I'm sure it'll still be good. So, like, you're never really going to see this top of pack unless you bring it home. Like, I highly doubt any grocery stores merchandising it like this, but it's I thought it was a very well done merchant or packaging play from Chobani there. So here we go. Part of the beauty of this, right, is the actual fun part. So when I was a buyer, this is exactly how meetings would go, right? You see the new products, you see the data, you see what's working, what's not working, and then you try things because everyone knows food. If you can get it into their cart once, but getting them to buy it again, it better taste really damn good. So, I don't know, it's kind of hard to show what this is without me. Right? So there's the little toppings. You got some cookies, you got some pumpkin pumpkin yogurt. Let's give it a shot. So we're going to mix it in. This is not tilting very well for me. Not really at all. That's all right. So your packaging is a little wonky, Chobani. But, like, hey, again, all of this stuff matters. If I'm the dairy buyer, I'm probably going to comment and go, you guys need to work on this because that's not a good experience. Minor, but it all adds up. Mix it in. The icing things are kind of weird. I should try the yogurt on its own. Whoops. So let's see. On a level of 1 to, I don't know, 5, we're going to see how good this is. It smells like pumpkin spice. Very pumpkin-y. It's okay. I get a lot of spice. A whole lot of spice. There's the icing. There's the cinnamon a little bit. I'm missing pumpkin. Let's see if I can get some without the mix-ins. I don't know. I mean, my face and my reaction probably says it all. I'd give it like maybe a B minus. I can't decide. I don't know how overtly pumpkin you would want to make it, but I'm just not getting, I get spice. It's just cinnamon and cloves and nutmeg. I don't know. It's definitely not bad. It's just not. I was really excited to try it. I think that's part of the problem. And the icing, I don't necessarily like the icing pieces because now I just taste sugar. Oh, I'll give you a B. I'll give you a B on that one. What would I do different? I think I would. I think I want more like pie crust, like graham. More of the. I want more like pumpkin pie and less pumpkin spice cookie. Yeah, I think the filling or the topping should be, instead of cinnamon cookies, maybe like graham pie crust, like they do with the key lime pie one. It's delicious. I would maybe play around with that part. How do you turn this more into like what it shows on the package of pumpkin pie, and less like pumpkin ice cookie? There's my feedback. For what it's worth, not that Chobani cares what I think, but we're gonna share anyways. All right, moving on to number 2. So if I go back to what we were looking at here, or number 3, I guess, I wanted to give a shot to the new Noosa mix-ins. I hadn't noticed those before. I know they've been out for a little while, but this was the first time when I was really looking at the set, and I was like, oh, cool. They got 3 different items there, and I grabbed cherry. I don't know about you guys, but cherry yogurt, black cherry yogurt is like the staple I grew up in. There was nothing better as a kid getting was it Yoplait that made them back when we were kids? And you dig way down in the bottom and get all that cherry compote mixture right in the bottom and mix it in. I was an absolute sucker for cherry. So I've got high expectations again as to what this is going to be. Cherry, they do their mix-ins a little different. So Noosa puts them on top of the lid. I wonder if it's, let's just see if it's any different of a, right, and they got foil there. I'm not going to make the mistake. Well, I have to mix this first because then it's traditional Noosa's cherry yogurt. I like that. A perfect mix of creamy and crunchy. Good job, Noosa. You got to hit them everywhere, right? The guests make it fun the whole time they're eating it. So let's see what we got here. Cherry mix-ins. And if you haven't had Noosa before, Noosa yogurt I think it's more like dessert in a good way. It's so delicious. They also do seasonal. I got to go grab that next time. I'm sure they have a pumpkin flavor. That's got to be on the list again. Like I said, I'm kind of a sucker for pumpkin. So it's all mixed in. Yummy, cherry. Let's try the add-ins. And I've had the cherry yogurt before, so I don't know that I necessarily need to rate that, but I want to rate the mix-ins part. So they got almonds, chocolate, some freeze-dried cherry, maybe? Freeze-dried strawberry, and some granola. Yeah, this is way easier. I mean, Chobani's is easy, but that flip, I almost spilled half of it everywhere. Yep, it's freeze-dried cherries that they have, so cherry everywhere, not strawberry. Mixes in really easily. So this is basically like the yogurt parfait that people make at home, just making it really simple and easy. And adding a little chocolate. So let's give it a shot. What do we think? That's delicious. That's for sure an A. A plus. The dark chocolate with the cherry in this is so good. It's a little overwhelming in the sense that I don't really get the other mix-ins, but I don't care. This is really good. It's what I was hoping for. Yeah, this is dangerous. I don't need to know that this is that good because I'm going to go buy the dang thing. I'm going to take one more bite. I like this one a lot. That's totally worth it. That's awesome. What are the other? I got to try the other ones. If we're going back to what's on the set, strawberry, cherry. I don't remember what the other one was. Apple, maybe. Oh, that's fantastic. Great work there. Whoever developed that product, you should get a gigantic high five. Yum. Okay. So, we did yogurt. We did egg bites. What is next? I'm gonna skip that one. I'm gonna stay on the the creamy one for now. Okay, and then I'll come back to Jello. So protein pints. I've never had these before. I've seen all sorts of news about these guys. They're all over LinkedIn. They're all over everything that I've been seeing lately. Sorry, it's been out of my freezer for a few minutes. So I mean, it's to play on more protein, everything. That seems to be the big buzzword right now. And strike while the iron's hot. Like, my opinion, protein is definitely well, it's important. You have to have it. I think too much protein, we're sort of missing the forest through the trees, if that's the right way to say it. Because I think, well, not I think, and the average American, it's like 96% of Americans get enough protein every single day. So I don't quite understand the protein craze personally myself. But also, if the consumers want it, I'm not ever going to shy away from giving consumers what they want. So you've got the Ben and Jerry's, you've got some private label up on top here, and then right in the middle section of the sort of halo top, better for you, more functional ice creams, you've got protein pints, which is a newer comer on the stage. They've got quite a few flavors that they've launched into Target, and a couple things that really stood out to me. First of all, interesting placement. You've got private label, decadent private label right above you at $2.99. You've got Halo Top at $4.69 right below you, and then you've got protein pints at $7. Well, I guess Jenny's is $8, so it's even more expensive above. But I was surprised at the shelf placement. Honestly, like, kudos to Protein Pints for getting in the middle shelf with the price point, and considering what you're adjacent to. I think the product does a great job of calling out what it is. So the rule of thumb in retail, you've got about 5 seconds from about 5 feet away to tell somebody what the hell your product is. So I knew within about 1 second, I knew this was protein something. And obviously it's by ice cream. So it's protein ice cream. And I know there's 30 grams protein because it's pretty obviously called out. So if I'm a consumer trying to up my protein game, this definitely fits. What is it? Oh, 13 grams of protein per pint. So that's a little misleading. I thought it was per serving, per pint. That's really hard to read. Per serving, it's 10 grams of protein. So I would need to eat this entire thing at $7 to get the 30 grams of protein. So that, I don't know, whatever. It is what it is. It was a little misleading, I think, to me personally, but this is just my opinion. Obviously it's working. And then, 5 grams of sugar per serving, 85% less sugar than ice cream. Like, I like a lot of the other call outs. So I'm a big ice cream guy. I love ice cream. So if it's got a little better for you stuff, I'm probably interested. Scan for a sweet surprise. I'll do that after. I'll stay focused here. But I like the top, little engagement factor. This is all paperboard with a top that it's pretty easy to remove. So I got peanut butter. Let's give it a shot. I think it looks good so far. It smells good. All right, protein pints. Let's see if this becomes a staple. It's interesting. There is a peanut butter chip. There's a lot of chocolate chips on here. I'm not really seeing any peanut butter. It must just be in the ice cream. It definitely tastes peanut butter first. And it's peanut butter through and through, which I love peanut butter. So yay, good job there. The chocolate, I don't really taste any of the chocolate. Which doesn't necessarily bother me. It just makes me wonder if you need it, if you don't really taste it. Yeah. I mean, the mouth feels a little different. It's so whole milk and cream are the first two ingredients. Like it's creamy. Like it tastes like normal yogurt. It has the mouthfeel of normal yogurt, but it goes away very fast and it's just gone. Like usually ice cream kind of coats on your mouth a little bit. I wonder why that is. They use allulose, whey protein isolate, tapioca syrup, monk fruit. So there's really no like pure sugar in this. Oh yeah, there's some powdered sugar. It's not bad at all. Like I really enjoy the peanut butter flavor, and I got two. I wanted to try both, so I'm gonna try the cookies and cream because ice cream for dessert. I wonder if maybe I left them out too long too because they're very liquidy. All right, there's some. I appreciate cookie dough. Oh, this is cookie dough, not cookies and cream. So yeah, there's some cookie dough in it. It's what's interesting about this one compared to the peanut butter one. There's a lot more sweetness in this one. I wanted to like peanut butter better. I like cookie dough better. Cookie dough to me is way more ice creamy. It tastes way more dairy and way more like what I was expecting it to taste like. That's really delicious, actually. I would up the cookie dough just a little bit because I just don't see a whole lot in it. But that's fantastic, actually. The peanut butter, which is typically my favorite ice cream, I would probably give a solid B plus. But the cookie dough is an A. So now, great. Now I'm going to buy more Noosa mix-ins, and I'm going to buy protein pints. All right, that was delicious. Congratulations. Well done. $7 though. I don't know. I don't know how often I'm going to be going to buy a $7 pint of ice cream. I do appreciate that it's better for me though, or at least it has less sugar and more protein. Like at least I'm getting something out of it besides just indulgence, but also I don't eat ice cream often, but if I do, I just want it to be really good. So I'm glad it's not chalky. I'm glad it's not overly health and wellness-y. I'm glad it's more like this is just a pretty good, solid ice cream that we've just happened to make better for you. So kudos. I mean, well done there. You know, you eat protein bars that are so like over the top macroed, and you take a bite and you're like, this is disgusting. I never want to eat it again. I want to eat the protein pints again. So that's awesome. Congrats. Cool. All right. Last one. Now, the only reason that I'm even going to talk about this one is because I was in the dairy set and the yogurt set, and I'm a dad and I've got little kids, and we tend to buy a whole lot of the Stonyfield or Good and Gather when they have the Good and Gather yogurts. I don't even know where the Good and Gather is in this. Oh, you could see it way over on the left here. So this is our traditional world. We're usually in Stonyfield land, or at least we had been. My kids are a little older now, so they're starting to look at other options. And Jell-O popped up in my radar going, I think they moved Jell-O over into this assortment. And I haven't had Jell-O in, I don't even know how long. It's been years. So I was like, I kind of want to give it a try. And right, they've got regular strawberry. I think that's strawberry. And then they have no sugar added. And then they have pudding and then no sugar added. So I was going to try the pudding, but it's out. Whatever. We'll just skip that. And so I was like, okay. Here's what's interesting to me. Like there's this movement right now across food and beverage, across really everything of better for you, better for you, better for you, better for you. If you listen to Target talk about food and beverage, better for you, right? It's a huge pillar, a huge priority. And so you just expect to start to see more of this popping up. And I'm looking at Jell-O, and Jell-O calls out 0 sugar, right? 0 sugar on the strawberry. And I was like, okay, interesting. 10 calories per snack. So it's a low calorie, 0 sugar gelatin snack. And I was like, all right, well, I'm a dad. I got kids. I don't want my kids eating as much sugar. Maybe I'll give Jell-O a shot. And I turn it over, and here's the ingredients in it. Water. Okay, fine. Gelatin. Adipic. I don't even know how to say it. Adipic acid. Sodium citrate. Citric acid. Aspartame. A sulfame potassium. Salt. Red 40, and artificial flavors. And I just was like, why is this in the kids set? Why does this even exist? And I'm not trying to be like overly critical here, but I'm going to be overly critical. Like, this is a staple. Jell-O as a brand, like every American over the age of 30 knows this brand. And every person that's trying to get better stuff for their kids is looking for better stuff. And here's a 0 sugar product that's just full of junk that I know is junk. And we all know it's junk. It doesn't need to be there. Aspartame is like, you don't give your kids diet soda because you don't want them drinking aspartame. Yet here's a kid's snack with aspartame. I don't really care about the colors all that much, but Red 40 right now, right? It's getting banned everywhere. Rightly so. We probably don't need it. I'm sure there's just a little bit. I don't get so hung up on that, but why in the world does a kid's product have aspartame in it? Maybe this isn't kids. I mean, it's certainly merchandised for kids. Maybe Jell-O is like, no, our demo is still 40 to 60-year-old people. But Target has it right next to baby and kids and everything else. And it's something that you don't want to ever. I don't. Sorry, this is just my opinion. Other people can do what you want. But me personally, I don't want to give this to my kids. And I looked at the pudding one. I was going to bring it and try it on the show because I haven't had Jell-O in forever. And I was like, I don't want to eat it. I don't even want to try it. And I know I eat things that have other crap in it, but it just was like, this doesn't need to exist anymore. Like, there's so many better options out there. Why does Jell-O have 4 facings of not great stuff? So caught my attention again. Like, part of why I do this show is just to go out there and see the lay of the land and help give advice to anyone else that's watching this that is making food on, things that you can do too or try. And, this particular one, I don't go for call outs when the rest of the product is not good, in my opinion, because you end up with a product that's probably just, you might, again, get a parent to buy it once. But if they turn it over and look at the back of this package, like I did, and yeah, I bought it because I'm doing the show and I wanted to show it here, but I'm not eating it and I'm not going to ever buy it again. So food for thought as you go to merchandise or as you go to create your products. Like, how do you stay true to, you got to hit a price point. I get it. But also get stuff out there that people want and people need in today's world. So that's what we had. That was it. We had egg bites, A plus, delicious. We had Chobani's pumpkin spice, B minus, C plus, maybe not. Probably won't buy those again. We had Noose's mix-ins. That was an A plus. We had protein pints. The peanut butter was what did I say? B minus. The cookie dough was an A. That was delicious. And then Jell-O is just a straight F. No sugar added Jell-O. I'm not even gonna try it. Fail. What do you think? How'd I do? What did I mess up? What did I miss out on? And again, what products should I be trying next time? We're gonna again, this show's gonna evolve. We're gonna start doing it. We have a kitchen here, but Tiana, you're not allowed to be gone on Thursdays because you make this way better than what I just did. And we're gonna continue to turn this into more of like an interactive series on what's really piquing our interest and why and everything else. So I think I will end. It's 34 minutes in. Again, I appreciate you guys hanging out with us. If you're watching this in the future and you have questions or comments, I'm really curious if you've had the products that we just tried today, what you think. Agree, disagree. I'm totally wrong. I'm spot on, whatever. I'd love to hear from you guys. So until next week, we will be here. Next week is back to first of the month. So we'll be doing a presentation with the brand on getting ready for pitching Target. And look forward to seeing you guys then. Thanks, everyone. Enjoy the holiday weekend. Take care.